Okay, so you get to pick a name. What am I going to call you on the video today?
Wow, that's a big question. Miranda.
Miranda, okay. So this is Miranda, and I'm just going to point out a couple things here. So her nails are pretty misshapen. This is not dirt. This is thickened, dark skin. And Miranda has some medical issues that mess with the hormones. And so this is one of the results of that. So this is not dirt. We've already washed this off. And she feels like her nails got like this after a bad pedicure a couple years ago. They were pretty normal up until then.
Yes.
Okay. So that's all I need to say about that it's not dirt. And sometimes the skin just gets dark and scaly like that for other medical reasons. So no, yours are not the worst that I've ever seen. And not by far, so. And we'll get them looking a lot nicer when we're all done, so. Yeah, I'll bet this one isn't very
Ouch.
comfortable.
That
Yeah.
hurts, yeah.
That hurts? Okay. We'll take smaller.
Bites.
But the way it was sitting up, it had to be kind of painful in the shoes.
Correct.
Yeah.
So do nails get thicker as you age? Is that part of the...
They definitely can.
Okay.
And they can also change shape.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just take this down on the edge a little bit.
Okay.
There we go. All right, and we'll move over to the other foot. So yeah, nails can get thicker. They can also, the curling
Curve.
around,
Yep.
that can also just be a genetic thing.
Yep, and it is in our family.
Okay. So the choices for that really are to just keep them trimmed
Yeah.
pretty far back, or some people will choose to have the nail removed because sometimes they can curve.
Too much.
Right, so they can curve around and around and around until these two are almost meeting on the bottom here.
Wow.
And it can cut off part of the skin there and make it really uncomfortable. So, but that's not something you have to decide now because you're not at that point yet. So we'll just see how long we can just keep you comfortable with regular,
Okay.
diabetic trimmings.
Yep. So what about soaking feet? Are you a fan or not a fan?
Well, you don't have any neuropathy going on yet.
Right.
And so for you, it's fine.
Okay.
The key thing is now, while you don't have any symptoms consistent with diabetic neuropathy,
Mm-hmm.
would be just to start getting in the habit of checking your feet visually every night.
Yep.
Start looking at them, look at the bottoms, look in between the toes once every night or every morning.
Yep.
So that if there is something that comes up, we can
Catch it
deal with
early,
it.
right?
Yeah, exactly. So, Miranda,
Yes.
I also noticed that this foot is shaking a little bit. Is that
I had
pretty
coffee
common?
this morning.
Oh, okay.
No, I was just thinking that when I was moving
Confessions,
this.
right?
Yeah, and that's fine. I just, okay, let me just kind of clean these out a little bit. But it's not shaking on this side.
I don't know the answer to that.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to use this little power tool here, and we're going to just smooth everything out.
Okay. How does that feel when I press now? Good. Does that feel okay there now? All right, so those should feel really good. And with diabetics, I'll usually start you at about 2.5 months to come back. And then we'll see. Some people need to come a little bit sooner, Okay.
and some people can go a little bit longer in between.
Okay.
So if any part of this really starts bothering you, I would just take an emery board and just,
Yep.
because they're not real thick, they're just kind of growing upwards.
Weird. Yeah.
So, yeah, but as long as they're comfortable now.
Yes.
Okay, and those corners feel okay?
Yep.
Okay. So, we'll see how this goes, and then if we're not able to manage you comfortably, we'll talk about removing the big toenail on one foot or the other.
Yikes.
It's not that bad.
It's not a horrible procedure.
I've had it done.
Yeah, Alex had it done by the best.
Anyone we know?
Yeah. And you said this has been there for 30 years and has not changed?
Nope.
Yeah, so what we want to look for is anything that changes, the shape, the color,
Yep. Yep.
the size, so. Alrighty, thank you.
Thank you.